Hello again. Cliff McWilliams here with Corporatist Nation. And boy, we got a Corporatist Nation going again tonight, don't we? It's St. Patrick's Day, and the Democratic Party is busy rigging elections once again. One way or the other, that's what they're going to do. And that's been the story of this primary election season. Nothing but rigging. One way or the other, they're going to rig this thing to stop Bernie Sanders. Democratic Party does not care whether they win the general election or not. Their only goal is to stop Bernie Sanders. Stop Bernie Sanders, and then the billionaire class, the donor class, maintains the status quo, relatively speaking, with Donald Trump. We're going to get Trump with Biden no matter what happens going forward now, because Joe Biden's just a poor candidate. He's got more lies on YouTube. As you saw the other night, he could hardly open his mouth without prevarication. Bernie Sanders called him on it, and the corporatist media, the controlled mass media, number 6 on the list of 14 criteria that define a fascist state, the controlled mass media, not a peep out of them. And it's all on YouTube. Bernie Sanders had to tell us to go on YouTube to look up Joe Biden talking about how he wanted to cut Social Security, Medicare, and veterans benefits on multiple occasions, among other things. You can talk about the Hyde Amendment, voting for the Iraq War, credit card company Joe, state of Delaware. I mean, come on. So where do we go from here? Bernie Sanders is not stepping down, and he shouldn't. And you know what he needs to do? He needs to keep right on running and then run as an independent candidate for the presidency of the United States in 2020. We need to cut the Democratic Party off at the knees, and Bernie Sanders is the only option that we will ever have to do that. Otherwise, we just continue along our merry way with fascism de rigueur. That's what we have, a fascist state. And I'll do another video and I'll read all 14 criteria that defines a fascist state, and then you can decide whether or not we meet all 14. I would say, without question, we meet all 14, and never has it been more evident than it is tonight. So, we've had enough of the election rigging as defined by the exit polls and other outlandish results that we see. We've had enough of the fascist state with the controlled mass media that's been either ignoring Bernie Sanders, terrorizing Bernie Sanders with all kinds of lies and misrepresentations for the last 5-6 years, and then the relentless pumping of Joe Biden, who clearly has at least stage 3 dementia and does have a major problem with personal character integrity as defined by the truth. So I am calling on Bernie Sanders to consider strongly his place in history and the place that we might see as we try to restore democracy in a country that hasn't seen it in many decades at this point. So, Bernie, this is Cliff McWilliams with Corporatist Nation. I think you know what Corporatist Nation stands for or is defined as, more than anyone, certainly Joe Biden. And let's see what we can do with you running as an independent candidate for the presidency of the United States against Joe Biden and Donald Trump. Because any way you look at it, you're not going to hurt anybody by staying in the race, because Joe Biden is going to lose going away to Donald Trump anyway, and we might just mix up the marbles here a little bit and give us, the people that you so strongly have represented for your entire career, the opportunity to restore democracy in a country that does not know it. Once again, this is Cliff McWilliams with Corporatist Nation, and I'm saying, Bernie, time to go Indy. Hashtag Bernie, go Indy. Thank you very much, and thank you, Bernie Sanders, for doing all you do and standing on the right side of history. Tune in next time, and I'll be giving you some more stuff to chew on, okay? Thanks a lot, folks. Happy St. Patrick's Day.